Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another weekly analysis. Starting off with the DXY. So we'll go on the higher time frames first, as always. Weekly time frame, we have this imbalance. So price went up, broke structure. So we broke the structure, price went up, leaving an imbalance. And what we are seeing last week and the week before is we have rejected this from this imbalance. Okay, now this 107 level is quite important to me because it's acted as resistance before, here, here, and over here, and maybe all the way back as well somewhere, I don't know. But now I'm seeing this act as support. Okay, now if we go into daily time frame, it's a bit technical over here. So we've an imbalance on the daily time frame as well. We've swept liquidity, price went up. Okay, and then we obviously came all the way down, leaving an imbalance over here as well. Now, if we just focus on structure for a second, we have a lower high. Sorry, this is a lower high, and then we have a lower low, and then price has gone up and put in a new high, which you can see clearly on the 4-hour time frame. It's a lot more clear on the 4-hour. So we've got this imbalance, which was the daily imbalance as well as the weekly imbalance. We've swept liquidity. Price then went all the way up quite impulsively, taking out structures. So we struck out this level here, this over here. And now what's happened is price has come all the way down, tapping into this order block, sweeping liquidity, and now I am expecting price on the DXY to continue higher. Okay, now if we look at it on the daily time frame, again we have an imbalance over here, and we also have a morning star. A morning star candle pattern is a reversal pattern, so I am basically obviously expecting price to go higher. What I do want to see start of the week is, I don't know, maybe a break of this imbalance and then a retest and then a continuation for longs. Okay, if on the daily time frame obviously we start breaking through this 107 level, I'm obviously going to be changing my bias. However, looking at pairs that are negatively or positively correlated with the dollar, it's making sense for the dollar to continue going higher. Okay, next pair I am watching is euro dollar. So a bit choppy honestly on the daily time frame. So I'm just going to stick to the weekly. We had an imbalance on our way down here, which we rejected from. Price went up. The price legs on the weekly time frame is quite simple. So we've got a lower high there and a lower low here. Price went up and we have not put in a new high. Okay, we've got an imbalance over here, which I'm wanting price to fill. It makes sense because I want the dollar to go higher. So obviously I want EU to go down. So on the weekly time frame, it's making sense that, you know, we've failed to put in a new high and price has rejected. So obviously I'm favoring shorts. However, this is where things were getting confusing last week, because on the daily time frame it looked like we've swept liquidity and we've gone up and put in a new structure. Okay, and then price came down into this imbalance and we've continued to go higher. However, I'm not really happy with this at all. To me, looking at the higher time frames, which obviously we need to prioritize as traders, the weekly time frame is really looking bearish to me. So what I am going to be looking for is on the 4-hour time frame. If we just look at this level that I've highlighted, it's basically just support and resistance, nothing very complicated. We have had a liquidity sweep right over there. Okay, I'll draw that out. So a liquidity sweep, oops, that's not very good drawing. We've got a liquidity sweep there. We then have a liquidity sweep over here. Okay, so obviously we are failing to now go higher, and also we have an imbalance right over here. So we've got this imbalance over here, which I am going to wait for price to come into, and then obviously I'm going to look for shorts. I also do day trade as well, so I'm going to wait for price to come into this level, wait for some sort of confirmation to take a day trade. Next pair that I am watching is GBPUSD. This is so much more cleaner than euro dollar, okay, because on the daily time frame on euro dollar, it looks like we've gone up and put in a new high. And on GBPUSD, it looks like it doesn't look like we've got a clear bearish order block on the daily time frame. So I am loving the look of this. And then if we just go onto the 4-hour time frame, we can see we've had a liquidity sweep. Price has then gone down, broken structure. So we've taken out this structure level. We've had this imbalance. Price has rejected off this imbalance. So yeah, any sort of retracement looks good for shorts to me. And also look at all of this sell side liquidity building up. Next pair that I will be watching is UJ. So on the weekly time frame, we had this sweep over here, sell side sweep, buy side is up there, and there's no real imbalances for price to actually reject from this level besides this level up here. And we've got this lovely imbalance lining up with this bearish imbalance on the weekly time frame. Okay, and structure is a lot more is a lot cleaner as well on the daily time frame. We can argue that we had a liquidity sweep over here, price then went up, broke structure, and now we're coming into discount prices for continued longs. Okay, so on the daily and the 4-hour time frame, I'm just going to look for a confirmation to go long on this pair with this target in mind. And then the last pair that I will be watching is Euro CAD. Looking at this on the higher time frames, honestly, it really looks like that we are rejecting from the highs over here. Okay, so if I just draw it, 1 second, if we just draw this line over here, so we've had that liquidity sweep. Not only that, we then had a bit of a range. Okay, price then came down, breaking structure, and then we took out sell side liquidity over here. Okay, price went up, we took buy side liquidity. Now if we just focus on the daily time frame, what I am seeing is I am honestly seeing shorts. Because once we've taken out buy side, it looks like price is going to come down obviously and seek for some more sell side. And not only that, we also had a break of structure on the weekly time frame. Let me just draw this out. So we had the high over there, and then we had a bit of a range. Price came down. Okay, we broke structure. Price then went up because we had no liquidity on the so we had no inducement, no liquidity on the weekly time frame. This was the high which we didn't take out. Okay, so price went up, swept these highs. Okay, and on the daily time frame as well, we didn't take out structure. So let me just draw the structure to make it a lot more cleaner for you guys. These are my structure points for the weekly time frame. Okay, so my structure points for the weekly time frame, liquidity is being swept, and also something interesting as well on the weekly time frame, we had this imbalance where if price wanted to go higher, I would honestly want to see price reject this level and continue higher, but we haven't had that. Okay, so now on the daily time frame, we've also got an imbalance over here. So we've got a daily imbalance, we've got a weekly imbalance, we've had a break of structure, price went up, we've swept liquidity, we haven't taken out the previous high on the weekly time frame. So for me, I'm looking for a retracement into premium prices to take this down. So yeah, these are the pairs that I'm watching for the week ahead. It really looks like markets are now shaping up, so I'm really looking forward to it. Any questions, just drop me a DM and I'll get back to you. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will see you next week with another video. Until then, bye.